Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm Jabbtoth, you are you, this is You Need to Play, the show where I show you games that you need to play. This week we look at the game Lord of the Rings War in the North.
Fly, my pretties, fly! I shall call you Stephen. Goodbye, Stephen.
Let's not call the eagle Stephen.
It's a good name for an eagle.
No.
There's some guys coming.
Yep.
They don't look very friendly. Guys, look.
Eagle away!
Oh, Stephen. Well done, Steve.
Oh god.
Oh, Stephen. What hairy legs you have.
The Lord of the Rings War in the North is a role-playing game developed by Snowbind Studios. It is based on the events taking place in the northern regions of Middle-earth in the background of the main story of J.R. Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings, or, more specifically, the Peter Jackson films of Lord of the Rings. You play one of three characters: Erodan, the Ranger class, Farin, the Champion class, and Elduin, the Mage class. Each character has their own special abilities and weapons, but I find Erodan, the Ranger, to be most playable due to the fact that he has the wide range of options to level up in. You can be a straight-up sword fighter, or you can stay back using your bow, or stealth it up and sneak up on enemies. You can even use a double-handed weapon, or go in for the old sword and shield style. It's up to you how you want to play. While the other characters also have options on how you want to play, they're not so well-rounded like the Rangers class. Farin has a crossbow, but is always going to be weaker than Erodan's bow and Elduin's magic. Plus, while you can be a mage and do hand-to-hand combat, she's always going to have way less health than everyone else, and turns out hitting people with stuff is not as super effective as one might think. But the gameplay is a lot of fun no matter what character you choose to play, plus with the addition of co-op, the game becomes really fun. Gather your party to proceed through this door. Well, that'll take 50 years. Especially Darren up there.
I'm crafting stuff. I have to craft stuff. It takes time to... I'm putting stones on shit as well. It's because my inventory's full.
War in the North supports up to 3-player co-op. You and your friends can play as one of every class, or be 3 dwarves hitting a troll in the face. It's up to you. While this game can be fun playing your own, adding the co-op element, you make it a lot more fun and enjoyable time with you and your friends. One thing I do have to warn you about is if you're playing on the PC, the Steam has always-on voice chat. And if you want to play using Skype or something, you're probably going to have to Google how to turn it off, because Steam is a pain like that. And while this is a Steam bug and not a game bug, it is still very annoying. When it comes to the game's graphics, well, there's nothing special. That also pretty much sums up the story. If you like Lord of the Rings universe, then you most likely love this game, but if you don't care about the universe at all, then you're just going to find a pretty solid RPG game. Which is War in the North's biggest flaw. Nothing really stands out. Nothing's really bad, but nothing's really amazing either. The graphics are okay, but nothing mind-blowing. The game menus work, but nothing revolutionary. And the story, while interesting for a Lord of the Rings fan, it gives you options for what to say during dialogue sections, but it doesn't really matter what you say, because for the most part, the same thing's going to happen anyway. So, overall, the game has amazing combat. It's a good old hack and slash, and if you enjoy that, you're going to really enjoy this game. There's lots of variants of how you want to play, and overall it makes a fun experience. Plus, with the addition of co-op in the game, you and your friends are going to have a lot of fun mixing it up with some magic and archery and just your old hammer to the face. And overall, it's a pretty solid game. There's nothing that really stands out, but there's nothing really wrong with it, which is always good. On the bad side, you kind of do feel like the B team. Everything about your character, nothing stands out about the characters you are. Nothing really around you with the character stands out other than the giant talking bird. Other than that, you kind of feel like a stereotype. And yes, it's Lord of the Rings, it kind of sets the benchmark of every fantasy stereotype. But you do feel like your whole story is really unimportant compared to, the whole Ring and Frodo and the walk into Mordor type stuff. Plus, there's also the pretty average graphics. The graphics are nothing special. They're not, bad, but they're definitely not good. If you want to install a game where you can kill thousands upon thousands of orcs, then this is the game for you. Personally, I've really enjoyed my experience with the game, and I would put it as a game that you need to play. The prices for Lord of the Rings War in the North are on the screen now. Plus, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more from Generation Gamers Game. Till next time, I'm Jabbtoth, you're you, Jabbtoth. Out.
these tokens on some of the slain?
Some of them bear the black raven emblem.
You
of
look like a
Jabbtoth.
chess piece.
Then we can